Now I'm going to go into my winners or losers, or also stock up and stock down. And the first guy whose stock is just absolutely skyrocketing, it's my dude Amari Cooper. Amari Cooper was absolutely sensational this week against the Broncos. And, well, if you listen to me on my fantasy show, I said to sit Amari Cooper, so I'm kind of glad that I was wrong. He saw 10 targets, 10 catches, and 116 yards. The fact that he caught all 10 of his targets is a sign that I love because, well, this is a guy who a lot of people said was going to have drop issues this year because he struggled with drops last year, as my voice awkwardly cracks. So Amari did play pretty well. He averaged 11.4 yards per reception against the Broncos, who have really, really tough corners like Chris Harris. And, well, they've kind of locked up Amari in the past, and the fact that Amari could kind of get it rolling a little bit, and the fact that he was the focal point of this offense, I think is a good sign because it's exactly what we heard all offseason, that Amari was going to be the focal point of the offense. The next stock-up guy I got, it's Rashaan Melvin. I thought Rashaan Melvin played really, really well against Demaryius Thomas and when he did line up against Emmanuel Sanders. So he had 3 tackles, 3 pass breakups, and a beautiful interception. And if you guys want to see that interception, guess what you're going to have to do? I need you guys to head over to Oakland Raiders Report because I put some highlights up. You guys should check that out. PFF rated him as the 2nd best cornerback last week. So the fact that he's playing that well, I think is a good sign. And like I said, he was frustrating the wide receivers all game. Demaryius was in his own head, and I really think that's a big reason why, well, we shut him out for literally up until the last 6 seconds of the game. All right, last stock up, I think it has to be our quarterback. It's Derek Carr. Again, 288 yards, that 1 touchdown, 92% completion percentage. 2nd best in NFL history for a quarterback who ended up losing a game. He managed the offense great, and I think it really showed a lot of command ultimately. Guys, this is what I need you to do. Facebook.com/chatsports. You guys should definitely follow us there because I think Derek Carr probably would. I don't know. If I was Derek Carr, I would follow us there. But the other thing I like about Derek, the thing that with this game is he didn't turn the ball over. Derek just flat out didn't turn the ball over. And when he got into tough situations, he either checked it down and completed it most times, or the few times where he did actually have to throw it away, he didn't risk anything. And he did just toss the ball away, which is something that I love to see. And I hope it continues because I think the Raiders do have a really good team. And I do think Derek Carr is a super, super talented quarterback. So, guys, I want to know from you, who was the Raiders MVP for Week 2? Was it Derek Carr, Amari Cooper, Rashaan Melvin, or if it's somebody else, comment below. I want to hear from you guys. Who was the MVP for the Raiders in Week 2? You know who's my MVP every single week? It's BetDSI, because I absolutely love BetDSI because we have the best promo right now on the internet. Like, you will not find a better promo if you guys like betting on NFL games than what we got right now at BetDSI. I need you to go to chatsports.com/bet, chatsports.com/bet. You got to go there. It's not going to work. You're going to use that promo code LIVE120 for 120% deposit bonus. So for those of you like Cam who sucked out on his SATs, you put $100 in, get $120 for free. Pretty lit, right? I know. All right, stock down here coming up. And, well, first guy, it's got to be Karl Joseph for me. He played in only 5% of the Raiders' snaps this past week. Only 5% of the snaps for a guy who was drafted in the 1st round in 2016. That's frustrating. Eric Harris, I think, has stolen Joseph's starting spot. And as I said before, the fact that this guy, who was a 1st-round pick, who had a lot of hype, can't get on the field, that's really frustrating to me. The next stock down I got coming up here, it's a wide receiver, and it's Seth Roberts. So Roberts did have 3 targets, 3 catches for 46 yards. But the fact that he only played at 21% of the Raiders snaps, that isn't all too alarming to me. What it is more alarming to me is the fact that Martavis Bryant played in 25% of snaps. Now, I think if you watch Martavis and you watch Seth Roberts both on the football field, you're going to tell me, yeah, there's no doubt that Martavis is the more talented guy. I get it, right? But, like, when you go back and you look at it, it's like, I don't really know if Seth Roberts is ultimately can be a guy that they can rely on. And the fact that Martavis just got added to the team, I think that's a big warning sign because, well, Martavis just got added, and he's already playing more than Seth Roberts. All right, the next and last stock down, it has to be the defensive line. Now, we did add Hankins this week, and McDonald's there too, but we just couldn't get any pressure whatsoever, again, on Case Keenum, and we had only 1 sack this week and 1 sack the week before that, so it is frustrating, and I think it just has to be a big reason why the Raiders stock is down. And then here's the graphic. MACK versus the Raiders defense. MACK is literally outproducing the Raiders defense, and man, what I would do to be able to have Khalil Mack back in that silver and black. A lot of rhyming. Maybe I'm Dr. Seuss. Who was the Raiders' LVP for Week 2, guys? Please comment below. Was it their defensive line? Was it Seth Roberts? Was it Karl Joseph? Or if it's somebody else, let me know. Please comment. Who was the Raiders' LVP Week 2? Raider Nation, I want to say thank you so much for tuning in to the Raiders Report. My name is Mitchell Renz. Please follow me on Twitter at MitchellRenz365, and I'll be back on Sunday with highlights of the Raiders game, hopefully with a Raiders win. So until then, go Raiders.